Hi class! Today we are going to be doing our first SWUN video lesson. It's on reading and writing multi-digit whole numbers, and this is found in SWUN 1-1. So every time you have a math lesson, I'm going to be using two different colored pens. Green pens represent go. Green means go. That means that you're going to be writing whenever I'm writing in green. Red means stop. Stop and watch. You will never copy anything that I write in red pen. You will only copy when I'm using the green pen. So follow along, pay close attention. If I'm using green, you're copying. If I'm using red, you're stopping, you're pausing, and then you'll resume writing again when I'm using green. Okay, our learning objective or our goal today is I will learn how to read and write multi-digit numbers to the millions place. Some of you guys might be wondering, what does that really mean? We're going to need to focus on our vocabulary so you know what this whole learning objective means. So we have a digit. That is any single number from 0 to 9. Okay, again, I'm writing in green, so you should be copying. So any single number from 0 to 9. So if I have the number 342, the 3 is a digit, the 4 is a digit, and the 2 is a digit. These digits make up the number 342. Our next vocabulary word is standard form. So standard form is the form that you're used to seeing, like 917,402. That's in standard form, so it's just the normal number. If at any point I'm going too fast, stop the video, pause it, write, and then continue playing the video. Okay, our next word is word form. So we have it in standard form. I'm going to read that number, 917,402. What I just said, that's our word form. So 917,000. So 917,402. I'm running out of room. I apologize. 402. I should have chosen a smaller number to start with. Our next vocabulary word is period. It's a group of 3 place values related by the units ones, tens, and hundreds, and they are separated by commas. Okay, so in the number 917,402, we see these periods separated by a comma. So here's a period, and then the comma, and here's another period. So the periods are groups of 3 numbers. These are the ones period. These are the thousand periods. And if we look down here at our notes, we see our place value chart, and it's separated by periods. So we have the ones period, we have 3 digits. Then we have the thousands period, 3 more digits. Then we have the millions period, 3 more digits. Each one of these periods would have a comma separating that number. Okay, so here's a special note. Do not use the word and when reading whole numbers. And is only going to be used when you're referring to a decimal or a fraction. So if I have this number 402, I say 402. I do not say 402. We don't need that and. The and shows that there's a partial number involved. okay? So this is just 402. We don't use and. Okay, there are 3 parts to reading or writing a number. So the first part is you're gonna say or write the number. Then you're gonna say or write the period for millions and thousands only. So this is the ones period, so we would never say the 402 ones. It doesn't make sense. But if we had 1,583, we say the number 1, then we say the period 1,000, and then I'm going to repeat for the next part 583. And because now I'm in the ones period, I don't say ones. So again, I start with the 1,000 period and I'm going to say the period for that, and then I'm going to continue reading the rest of the number. You'll get used to it after you practice. Okay, and then another note is when writing numbers 21 to 99, use a hyphen if there are 2 words. For example, 21, we're going to write that as 21 with a hyphen in it. Okay, we're going to do our steps now. So turn the page. Step number 1 is that you're going to look at the period, the ones, thousands, millions. And step 2, you're going to determine the value of each digit. Okay, and then step number 3 is you're going to write its value in standard or word form. Okay, I'm getting out a red pen now, so that means you pause and you're just watching. Okay, so I like to have my steps so I can see them. And I'm going to read the problem. It says write the number in word form. Okay, so I'm going to look at the period. So if I need to refer back to that place value chart, which I'm going to have that there too so we can see both, I see that there's 1 period, 2 periods, and I'm just going to label above it based off of this. So we have our ones period here, ones period, and then we're going to have the thousands period. Notice there's only 2 groups of 3 numbers, not the third one, so we don't have any millions period. Okay, so now that I'm used this, I'm gonna make it so we can see the whole problem. So it says look at the period ones, thousands, millions. So it only goes to the thousands period. Now we're gonna determine the value of each digit. So this group, this period is 493. So I'm gonna write that number. So I always read left to right. So 493 now I need to say what period it is in. So 493,000 okay, and now I need to read what period this is, 93. Okay, so I have 493,093. Remember, I don't use and because there's no fraction or decimal. Okay, we're gonna try another one. Okay, so again, my steps say that I need to look at the period. So I have 1,575,052. So I'm going to have 3 periods because it said million, thousand, and then it has the third period. Okay, so determine the value of each digit. So in here it says 1 million. So I'm just going to write a 1, then a comma. 507,000. So I'm going to write 507, and then I do my comma, and then 52. But what I notice is that I don't have anything here. I left a gap because I have to have the number 52. If I put a 0 over here, do it right there, that says 520, so I can't do it there. I have to put the 0 in between the gaps. So 1,507,52 looks like this. I now have my guided practice out, which means that you should have out your pencil because I'm gonna have my green pen again. Okay, we're gonna need to look at the periods. So let's look here. We have 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups because there's 2 commas. So I'm gonna have the millions, I'm gonna have a thousands group and the ones period. Okay, so I have 3 million, because I read left to right, and this far left one is the millions group. Now I'm going to read the middle group of numbers, that middle period, 921. So I'm going to write 920. Oh, I need a hyphen, 21. And which group, which period am I with? I'm with the thousands, so I need to write 1,000. 25. Okay, let's read that number again. It says, I'm sorry that I didn't see that you couldn't see that whole page. Okay, it says 3 million, let's double check, yep, 921,000, that fits, 25, that makes sense. Okay, here's our second one. We're gonna look at the periods. I see 632,017, so I only see 2 periods. So I'm gonna have 1 comma, and I'm gonna make that nice and bold so I know. And now I'm gonna determine the value of each digit. So 632, so I'm gonna write 632. I have a comma that separates it, and then 17. Again, if I add the 0 here, that would be 170. If I add the 0 here, that would be 17. So I need to add the 0 right there. Okay, you have 2 homework problems. And then I would like you to rate your understanding. So you would just circle this at the bottom. I'm really confused for 1. I'm starting to get it 2. I can do it all on my own, but I can't teach a friend, or 4. I'm really confident in this lesson and I can teach my peers. Hope this helps, and I hope that you have a wonderful evening.